All right, let's kill it today, man. So welcome back, folks. Second show, my man T Bone out there
We out
killing it
here.
out in on the West Bank. For those of y'all
West
not
Bank
familiar
is
with the New
heaven, bro.
Orleans, lexicon right there. The West Bank is the hard side, not that east crap, not that east crap. Now, granted, Travis grew up on the East Bank, so he might tell you differently. Any thoughts?
We're really, for everyone who doesn't know, the West Bank is not that hard as the East
Oh
Bank.
my God,
I'm
lies,
sorry.
lies, lies. I
I'm
should just,
sorry.
I should just cut you out the show. I should just cut you out the show. But more importantly, and more earth shattering than what Travis just said, Dallas finally grew a pair. The Dallas Cowboys, like a message from God was sent, decided, yeah, we'll pay Dak.
yeah, yeah.
They could have had in this time period. They could have possibly had Deshaun Watson. They could have possibly had Sam Darnold.
Russell
They could
Wilson.
have possibly had Russell Wilson, but Russell Wilson's coming to New Orleans. It's already set in stone. I'm figuring it. Whew, I can't wait for the Big Easy to kill it. But the Dallas Cowboys finally had a brain cell that just registered. I
Dude,
don't think there's any. They finally said, you know what, Dak, for all your efforts, we're gonna pay you.
for you almost having your ankle tore off your leg the past season, we're going to pay you finally after franchise tag you for like what the past 2 seasons.
You know why they're paying him 160 million over the next 4 years?
Because they franchise for the past 2 seasons.
It's $37 million a year wasn't enough. Because
Nope.
Dak Prescott said, I've only won what? 2 playoff games since I've been with this organization? I deserve to be paid like the pros. I
Did he
deserve
win?
to be paid like champions. I
The
deserve to be
only
paid like Pat Mahomes.
no.
Lies. Lies. You damn right.
But
Straight up lies.
here's my thing with Dak's deal though. That's gonna put more. I think more pressure on the Ravens. Shit, even the Jets maybe now if Sam Darnold has a good year next year. Like shit, like that put more pressure on them. Like hey, like shit. Even the Browns have pressure now. They're like they might have paid Baker Mayfield. Yeah, like Baker might get paid.
The only person, in my opinion, in the NFL who should be worried about his contract right now, is Lamar
Mm-hmm.
Jackson. That's the
Lamar
only
Jackson, yeah.
one. Because Lamar Jackson's the only one out there that ain't got a good payday.
Nope.
Baker Mayfield hadn't taken the Browns to the promised land yet.
He won a game.
Well, I mean,
The defense
Tom
won.
Brady. Tom Brady won a game. He won a Super Bowl before he won the other 6. My point is, Dak Prescott had the audacity, the outright audacity, to ask Dallas for this kind of money when he's produced. I agree. He's played 90% of the games that he's been a part of. I think all those are reasonable. But to say that you're worth just under Pat Mahomes kind of money, does no one in the free world think that's a bit concerning? I was on the phone with a Dallas Cowboys fan earlier this week, and I couldn't believe what I was hearing.
Dear God, what did he say? What did he say? Because I go imagine one thing and one thing only.
He said
We're
the
going to
one
the
thing
Super
that
Bowl next year.
he honestly, he said the one thing that I think he should have said. Ain't a damn thing gonna change. He didn't predict the Cowboys going to the Super Bowl, which is what I thought. I was like,
That's
oh
what I
my, I
thought.
was like, Lord Jesus, here we go. The Dallas Cowboys have woken up. Oh my God. They're finally going to a Super Bowl. No, they ain't going anywhere. But they very well might win a division now because, the Washington football team
The Washington
and the
football
Philadelphia Eagles and the New York Giants, in case we all haven't followed the NFC East the past, 20 years, they all still suck.
trash.
Like worse than trash. Trash is a compliment to those teams.
I'm
The
sorry. I'm
fact of
sorry. Trash.
the fact that every year it comes down to the last like 3 weeks of the season for that division. But I got nothing more to say. But Dak got paid.
But that guy. Oh
Dak
yeah.
got his money.
At the end of the day, this is good for Dak Prescott. He got his money. He got what he wanted. His first year of this contract, he'd be making 75 mil.
Well,
75 mil
potentially over under 75
potentially.
million. But in my opinion, you can
We're
make all the
hoping.
money in the world, but you still ain't got that
Y'all
ring.
still gonna suck at it.
Ezekiel Elliott is going to get the ball 120 million times this year, and he's going to go the same amount of distance he had the years before, not in the damn end zone. I actually haven't even checked the schedules for this year. I'm assuming the Saints are playing the Cowboys. We usually
I
put
think we
on
play
a
like
good
every other
show.
year.
Oh, maybe not.
I
But
think it.
regardless, to all the Dallas Cowboy fans out there, ain't nothing going to change. So enjoy it while it lasts, because 4 years, 160 million, that's a mighty strong deal. Just look at Deshaun
To a
Watson. He
quarterback.
only got 156, and he already wants out of Houston after 1 year.
He's so funny to me. If Dak was like, I'm done after this year. Like he's like, I want to trade. I know Jerry Jones would
Go.
So yeah, I just think it would be funny if Dak just was like, I want to be traded after 1 year. with playing with like he just like I'll trade it. Like I'm
Well,
done.
and you know what? And I think the way Dallas handled this, Dallas completely, like, it was like a monkey trying to screw a football. They screwed this up and they made it worse. And now that they've fixed their issue, somehow Seattle's got to fix theirs. Because the way I see it, Rusty's looking at Chicago.
Oh yeah,
He's looking
he's looking
real
at Chicago.
And first of all, I know Seattle's got its own, it's nice to, go into 50-degree weather in the summer in Seattle. It's nice that it rains 9 out of 12 months out of the year in Seattle. That's all great, Ross. You know what's great about Chicago? Last I checked,
Nothing.
somebody tell me. Because the only thing I can think of is my man wants to play hardball with Aaron Rodgers. That bad man Aaron Rodgers.
That bad man that causes own losses in the playoffs sometimes. You already know how I feel about Aaron Rodgers.
I don't even want to get into it on this show. I think we'd run out of time if I have to unload on Aaron Rodgers.
It'll be over with. Like I
think what everyone should think, but clearly no one does. Even those jokes at ESPN. But that's not the only thing we got to talk about today with Dak's contract. That immortal, massive 160. Like think about this, man. And I was kind of thinking about this week, after hearing the news. Over 4 years, 160 million. That should come with some high expectations.
Yes.
But I mean, we've seen what happens with the Cowboys with high expectations. We've seen that.
Jesus. It's called.
So I'm telling you right now, they raised the bar just a little bit, and it's going to get just a little bit worse. But just wait. Just wait. Because don't worry, Dallas, it's coming. I've seen it.
You're going to get hurt again.
Collapse. And it's beautiful. It's beautiful. I must say, I'm not objective to saying it on this show. I can't stand the Dallas Cowboys.
Oh, you and I both. I can't stand the Dallas Cowboys.
Being a lifelong Saints fan,
can't stand the
watching Cowboys. Those fools that would, have they fancy ass pickup truck with their Dallas Cowboys star on it, and granted, they used to roast us and say, "Well, your team hasn't won a Super Bowl," and I said, "Yeah, but at least when our team wins a Super Bowl, We won't look like dumbasses parading around because our team done lost it for the past 30 years.
Shit, I don't think they even made a super. They even made the playoffs till Dak Prescott got there.
The Dallas Cowboys are they're an accident waiting to happen. But that's where I'm going to leave it. Because frankly, if I talk anymore, it's just like the Aaron Rodgers conversation. It's going to make me sick. And trust me, right now, with COVID going on, I don't want to be sick.
This man here. No, I understand.
So that being said, we've already talked about Dak Prescott. We've already kind of gotten into that. Josh Gordon. Josh Gordon. Is Flash back?
No, Flash is not back.
Really? You don't think so?
For back, I would think he would need to be like at least on like a practice squad for NFL.
I mean, well, but the thing about the NFL is he hadn't exactly been too friendly with the substance policy.
I mean, if we're gonna be frank, we know we like as Stephen A. Smith has said before.
Stay off that damn weed.
But
and Flash can't. He can't. Which hey, I'm perfectly okay with that. If he catches whatever, I'm okay with him being into BDSM or whatever, as long as he catches the damn ball and scores and wins. I think his problem, first of all, was the fact he was in Cleveland, which it's the Cleveland Browns. That's the first part.
It's the Cleveland Browns.
But damn, my man couldn't stay off the weed. Hell, he even went to New England, and Tom Brady couldn't even straighten his ass out.
Tom Brady straightened out Antonio Brown, but couldn't straighten out Josh Gordon.
Yeah, and look, Antonio Brown's one of the craziest mofos I've ever seen. That dude.
This man went on Instagram Live. He went on Instagram Live with the police recorder, and it's so sad because it's not that funny, but like his son was like he was calling it like his baby mom at the time, who now is his wife. He was like you dumb bitch, and you see the little boy, his son, I think it's like Apollo Otto, which one of them, the twins or whatever. He was like, "I love you, daddy," and you told him, "I love you too, son," and went back to cursing at the mom right after that.
And that man, he straightened that man out, but Josh Gordon couldn't be straightened out.
Nope.
I don't get it. But have you watched any of that fan-controlled football league? Because I haven't yet. Because I saw Johnny Football was he was playing.
Yeah, that's I was about to say that's all I've seen. I've only seen Johnny Manziel highlights. I remember Shannon Sharp was like, "Bro, we're laughing at you." Trash. I was like, "Damn,
Johnny." And you know what, dude? And I watched the same highlights, and I watched the Shannon Sharp commentary. Johnny Manziel still got speed. Big no for his size and all that stuff. Dude still got speed.
Mm-hmm.
But him and Josh Gordon on the same team again. And
he's again.
And yeah, well, they played together when he was with Cleveland. I mean, I guess they both had the same problem. They couldn't stay off the damn weed. And Johnny Manziel looked like he was more fun with the Cleveland Browns anyways. But what I'm saying, though, is do you really don't think that after this massive, which I don't know if you saw the touchdown that he scored in that fan-controlled game, dude, it looked like something out of a Megatron like hype video. The dude had like 4 people on him, and he just monstered this thing. If he's not in the Hall of Fame, if he's not in the Hall of Fame for hotboxing cars in Cleveland, he should damn well be in the NFL Hall of Fame, because I've never seen a man other than Lawrence Taylor be so high on substances and still outperform himself consistently.
Oh my God. I'll say this about Josh Gordon. If he just takes a damn tea break during the season, like that's all you need to do. That's all you need to do.
He said takes a tea break.
No, seriously, like that's all you need to do. Like you have the talent, you have the capability, you have the drive to become one of the, and he was one of the greatest in the game.
Oh, oh,
Like hands down. Like before there's Tyreek Hill, there was Flash.
yeah, but
Before it was Tyreek Hill, there was Flash.
yeah, but you got to admit, Cheetah's pretty damn fast. He's
Shit.
pretty damn fast.
Cheetah.
Like I follow him on YouTube because I'm a loser, folks. Just to let y'all know, I subscribe to people's YouTube channels. Yeah.
I can attend. He's a loser.
Well, Tyreek and they were showing his workout, and he raced. I don't know who he raced, but it was somebody. It was like one of these like junior college kids or something. And this kid was like neck and neck with him for like the first like 15, 20 yards.
Mhm.
And then, dude, I don't know what the cheetah had in his system. I don't know if he had a bang energy or if he had a monster or something.
Yeah,
The last 20 yards of that dash wasn't even close.
just took off, didn't he?
Dude, the cheetah is a monster. I will say that. But to say that Flash was definitely, in my opinion, he's one of the best in his generation. But you're still not seeing that he makes it back to the NFL.
No, I'm saying he can make it back. But like I say, take the damn tea break. Like just take the damn tea and do
this dude.
It mess up your money. You know what I'm saying? And for someone like that talented and that skilled for a position that like you need separation, he is perfect and he has good hands. Like you said in that play that you saw, like was like 3 or 4 defenders on him, and he just makes
the
catch still.
Oh, dude,
like
it was a catch, man. It was a catch, dude. Yeah, and I mean he's 29 years old. He's got time.
And he's 29.
He's only 20. He's not he's not washed up. The dude's still like
no. That's the thing, though.
He played decoy for the New England MF and Patriots, and he was a pretty decent decoy. Hell, he played with the Seahawks this past year, this past season.
I think he played too, like a little bit. I think he played
and
a little bit too. Like he was good though.
And he was fine. He was fine. You know, he like I said, he got them yards. Now, granted, he's being replaced by the one they call Metcalf, who is a solid receiver, by the way. If anyone disagrees with me, just get off the show. But
you're just trash.
But like, dude,
you're garbage.
But Josh, I mean, I can see it. Maybe a couple years down the road, the fan-controlled football league. You know, after it probably won't, because I hate to say it, I don't think it's going to last that long.
Oh no.
But you know, Josh Gordon's going to be needing something to do, and football is obviously his greatest strength, other than puffing the Magic Dragon.
And passing.
I don't. As long as he don't go to the Rams or anywhere where anything like any weed, any of that's legal, he'll be fine. He will be perfectly fine. So I thought, you know, it's Josh Gordon. It can't, you know, Josh Gordon ain't never going away. And then he did. To the fan-controlled football league. Which brings me to my next point. Champions League. I don't know how much of y'all out there follow professional soccer, or in the cases it's called in Europe, football. Ronaldo and Messi eliminated from Champions League. First time in 16 years. We're not going to see him. Champions League literally about to be boring as hell.
I don't know, man. I think Mbappe just improved that, like, he's the next generation. Him and Haaland, if you haven't been paying attention, those are the two youngsters of the tournament that have really been like torching stuff up. I think this for Ronaldo and Messi, it means I think they're both thinking about going different paths. I think that for Ronaldo, he doesn't regret signing with Juventus, but I do feel like he has received a little much to hate for leaving Real Madrid for Juventus.
Dude, I remember where I was the day the transfer went through. I was in Rome at the time.
This man.
No, I swear to God, I was in Rome. I was in Rome. We were on like we're on like their metro system, and they have like big television screens, like on the trains themselves.
Mm-hmm.
And on the screen it popped up, like obviously not in English, in Italian, that he was leaving to go to Juve. And my first thought wasn't, oh man, Ronaldo's leaving. My first thought was, God damn it, I was just in Torino 2 weeks earlier. Some bitch couldn't have left then.
This damn man has something, bro. I don't know.
But so, because I think based on watching it, I think Bayern Munich is going to win it again.
Really?
I think they're going to repeat. I think they're going to repeat because I mean, you not like, there's no one out there like looking at the Champions League like roster right now and just going, oh my God, like Dortmund. Like I think Dortmund's got a chance. Give or take. Man, I thought Man City. I actually low key thought Man City wasn't even supposed to be playing in Champions League. I thought they were on a ban.
No, they got it appealed. They got it appealed, yeah.
Damn. For all the Manchester City fans out there, I'm sorry that I just thought for a second. Liverpool. Ooh. Let's see. Yeah, right. But dude, the field's pretty stacked. I mean, the only other team that I can see pulling it out is PSG.
You see the second strongest team is PSG.
PSG, dude.
I agree.
And I've never said it before, but they might actually have a damn chance.
They made the final last Bayern Munich and they lost by down by 2-0.
You know how many people remember who lost? None. Everybody remembers you. You got the ring, baby.
No, trust me, I know. Well, I know because Tottenham made that final against Liverpool the year they won.
Well, which outstanding final, by the way, for all of you Liverpool fans out there. Outstanding final. That was awesome, and it had absolutely nothing to do with the fact that it was Liverpool. I have no ill will or animosity towards Liverpool, but y'all screwed that game up. Like it was worse than the J.R. Smith, NBA Finals mishap.
Wait, you talking about us, the Tottenham?
Dude, oh my God. Dude, there are three moments in sports when I've just had that WTF moment. First one was Liverpool losing in Champions League to Real Madrid in a fashion that was arguably something out of a Shakespeare play because it was just tragic. Yeah. J.R. Smith's fall asleep at the wheel moment in the NBA Finals when even LeBron turned into a meme. And then the third one, I think, would be that moment when the Yankees and the Red Sox were fighting, and I think it was because Bronson Arroyo threw a pitch to A-Rod. Those are the top three. I don't think it gets any worse. I really don't think it gets any better for them. But those moments each had a unique moment for me because I think what a lot of people didn't get was, that Liverpool match was so bad. That Liverpool match was so bad on so many levels. And I think, the J.R. Smith thing, Stephen A said it before I said it, dude. He was just he couldn't believe it. The man couldn't believe the fact that J.R. Smith had just forgotten what in the hell to do in crunch time. And then with the Bronson Arroyo, A-Rod feud, that was just one of those things where, like, I mean, we all know that, like, the Boston Red Sox and the New York Yankees have hated each other historically. We know that, but we don't really like think of it as much. And I think with like the A-Rod feud and all that, it was just one of the. So I mean, those are the top three for me. Are, just to repeat, the Liverpool loss, the J.R. Smith fall asleep at the goddamn wheel.
I love how you
And
describe
and
that.
then the A-Rod Yankees and Yankees Red Sox brawl, because they were just so, like, no, they were so just unbelievable. Like, each of those were just unbelievable.
Yep.
I don't think anyone knew or anyone thought that Liverpool was going to pull the rug under everyone and beat Real Madrid that year, but it was like, there's no way they're going to lose this bad.
Right. Like they got their ass whooped. Like,
Dude,
I'm talking
it
about
was,
whooped.
oh, dude, it was, and you know what? They don't talk like that in Europe, but I'm 100% willing to say it. Y'all got your ass kicked.
Yeah, y'all got your ass kicked.
You got your ass kicked, dude. And I don't know what was going on in that locker room or what. Because I mean, they proved that they belonged. They went back and they won it. So hey, but I think, the thing about it is that with Champions League, it's so damn competitive, because it's not like you're playing like the Premier League's, obviously, I think anyone's going to argue it's the most competitive sports league in Europe. But
Yeah.
Champions League is just, it's a whole nother freaking level. It's
Dude, because
it's a whole nother level of just talent, and it's just hard. And I think a lot of the problem is that, like, I would, in a weird way, I wish in the States, I wish we would do like a relegation model. Weirdly enough, like, can you imagine?
Right.
Can you imagine if the NFL was like relegation, like central? Like, do you know
Oh
how bad?
God.
Like, dude, like, for like Cleveland, would be like at the bottom tier. Like,
Bottom.
oh my God, they'd have been relegated a damn long time ago.
Them, the Washington football team,
Oh,
basically the whole NFC
NFC East
East.
would be no more. The NFC East would be no more.
The
I
whole NFC East.
like,
And the Jets, the sorry ass Jets.
well, yeah, but that's another story. The sorry ass Jets, who may very well end up with Deshaun Watson. Hot take. But I think, Champions League is just one of those things. It's one of the greatest, most thrilling things to watch in sports, is because it's so intense, and it's the best teams in Europe. And so to not have arguably the two best players in the world at this time, with Neymar coming in my opinion, at a close third, I think it's going to hurt. It's going to hurt Champions League. It's definitely not going to hurt the interest, but for the outsiders looking in, it's going to be pretty difficult to watch a non-Ronaldo, non-Messi, non-combative Champions League. And Juve will go on to win. They'll go on to win Serie A, and Barcelona will go on to wipe the floor with La Liga, but no Champions League this year.
Shit, bro. Honestly, Barcelona might. I don't think Juve is going to win Serie A this year. It'll be either AC Milan or Inter.
Dude, you know who's making a hell of a comeback, dude? Zlatan.
Who?
Zlatan Ibra. Dude,
Jesus.
Ibra's like LeBron comments aside. LeBron comments aside. That dude, he's raking. That dude is out for blood. Like, and if you're an Ibra supporter like myself, I love the fact that the guy's been like dished off to so many different teams and just been successful, just for who he is.
Yeah.
you know, and I think
productive and successful.
and he don't give a damn. He's like, dude, send me to Los Angeles, send me back to Milan, send me to Manchester, like send me wherever, and I'll get the job done. And on
Yep.
every team he's ever played on, it seems like he's gotten the job done.
Except for Sweden. But Sweden itself, they kind of mess themselves over by not letting that man play in it. If they let Zytland play in the past World Cup, I feel like it would have been a different World Cup, low-key.
But you know what? Things change. And you know what? You don't necessarily need to win a World Cup to be considered the best player on the planet. You don't.
That's true.
Hell,
That's
Cristiano
true.
Ronaldo and Cristiano Ronaldo he's got a Euro. He's got a Euro Cup. Messi had one Copa. Yeah, I'm just putting that out there for support.
The whole country Argentina. The whole country Argentina. We're not even getting a discussion about that. The whole country.
I don't know what to. I don't know what to preface. I mean, it's just gonna be an exhausting year for Champions League, you know. And oddly enough, it seems like a lot of teams, aside from Bayern Munich, are gonna have a chance.
I'm just. Can we talk about this for a second? I'm just pissed that Robert Lewandowski did not win Ballon d'Or last year.
Well, but
I just personally, from his stats and the way he played, even after the little break from COVID, this man still was like, "I'm gonna be the best this year. I'm just gonna go out there and ball."
Oh, and the dude raked. I agree. He raked. That man had some shots, man. I think what's happening is, and I'm not going to call out the awards, in any way, shape, or form. I think the outside world is so caught up in this once in a lifetime belief that Ronaldo and Messi will never come back that we might as well just soak it up. They never thought there'd be another Pele, and I'm not comparing. I'm like, Pele's the greatest man to ever kick a ball, whether that's a football or whether that's a damn like American football. Whatever he kicked, it went in. Like the dude knew what he was doing. But I mean, but like getting back to I think just talent wise, I think Ronaldo and Messi are just they're the far too superior. They're just standing out of the bunch. But I don't think the rest of the football world shouldn't like also be explored. I mean, hell, like I said, Zlatan's still a good player at his age.
I don't think he's that old.
Lewandowski, like based on what happened last year in Champions League, they ought to just give the damn award to all of Bayern Munich. Because those dudes are just too damn good.
I'm just happy my man Manuel Neuer finally got another Champions League as a goalkeeper.
No, but I mean, I don't know. I don't know what to make of it. I mean, other than that, I mean, that's just what it is, man.
I personally think that like it'll still be entertaining. I just think that people are just not. They're not going to be used to not seeing Ronaldo and Messi in Champions League. And that is disappointing as itself because they both have like given us amazing highlights, amazing plays, amazing things back to back, amazing championship finals, both individually, especially like as you can say Ronaldo, because what he did at Real Madrid, I will give him that. But
they proved they three-peated. They three-peated, dude. Like even Michael Jordan should be proud of that.
Oh yeah. It's Michael Jordan though. He's gonna be like, I would have scored 7 goals in that game.
Oh my god, dude! It'd be the last day, dude. I can't. Can you imagine them doing like a last dance of like Ronaldo and that team? That show that would have to be like 90 episodes. Like, I'm sorry. That would be just so intense, and they're just like at the end of it, they would just be like.
I feel like you hear too much cursing in Spanish from Sergio.
And then it became personal. And then it became personal to me.
It became personal.
All of a sudden, win after win Like that. Oh my God, that would be so intense, dude. So now bring it back within the states.
Okay.
Les Miles.
What? So yeah, I haven't delved that much into the story.
So,
I just know that this man got kicked out of Kansas, but I
so
also heard that the previous LSU AD, was it Joe Avula? I believe so.
yeah, yeah, the one that they
He's like,
tried
yeah,
to
like
get
he
rid
was a
of the
terrible coach and all that. I
He
was
was the
like,
one that tried to get
oh,
rid of the basketball coach, and I was like, really? It's like, really? This is the
he
first
really
team
was.
that LSU's had in a decade. Men's basketball, that is. This is the first team they'd had in a decade. And this man was like, oh, well, he did some recruiting violations, so we got to fire him. I'm like, dude, don't tell me that John Calipari and Kentucky and Duke, don't tell me they all do all that. Like, they do that. Come on now. Let's be real.
Don't get
And
me started on
the
Louisville.
LSU crowd, to their credit, the LSU crowd they booed his ass during that SEC tournament last year. It was awesome. It was awesome. Because he deserved it. Because when you winning, why get rid of a good thing? But I don't know. But no, I think the whole thing with Les Miles and this whole, this allegation that he knew and all this other stuff, dude, it it seems like it's just going unnoticed. And is it a problem? Is it a problem the NCAA should have to deal with? Because I'm sure Kansas, I'm sure at LSU this wasn't the only illegal thing that happened during his tenure.
No, no, not even close. I mean, it just really depends. Like I said, I haven't delved that much into the story. So is it more like he knew about the sexual misconduct from a player, or was it more like just illegal recruiting?
I think no, it was sexual misconduct, and he damn
So,
well knew.
so with the sexual misconduct thing, it really, because the NCAA they can't go to LSU and be like, yeah, so we're kind of gonna
Oh,
blank the year that Les Miles won the
oh
championship.
no, it's a fine line because because the way I think about it is, and that doesn't excuse what this individual did or was accused of. I'm not going to say did because we don't actually know because hey, we weren't there, thankfully. But but I think it goes to show you the level of winning. Like LSU buried this, and this is where I disagree with the whole Les Miles thing. The university covered this whole thing up, no different, but you don't see LSU employees walking out the door. You just
Nope.
see Kansas firing Les Miles. Les Miles will probably won't coach for another 3-4 years. He'll come back. He'll go to some other program, and that'll be that. They forgave Mike Leach after
Oh God,
abusing the
Mike
play.
Leach.
No, they forgave him for abusing
I
play. They
forgot about
did.
Mike Leach.
Did they not? They forgave him. He's still coaching, is he not?
He is. He is.
And I'm a big I love his air raid system. I love the offensive scheme. I like Mike Leach, the coach.
But the person,
The person is a complete animal. He's a complete animal, and he loves the game of football, and I get that, and I know that's your driving motive and your driving ambition. But when it comes to Les Miles, and I'm not an LSU fan at all. I can't stand the fan base. I can't stand the general attitude that LSU has. This attitude of superiority.
uh,
Now,
he did.
Joe. Now, I did like Joe Burrow. And I like Coach O because they from the land down under.
Go Tigers.
Go Tigers, go baby. South Lafourche, shout out in case y'all are watching. But
Oh yeah, that's
but just like the general way that LSU has just handled things like this ain't pretty.
no. It
But
looks bad on LSU.
well,
It looks
because
really bad.
but you don't see, but no one has mentioned that. It's just Les Miles got fired. Les Miles was Where's the university responsible?
I mean, it's the same thing with Baylor with Art Briles.
Yeah.
It's like I can't tell you. Don't give me Seville scandal with the strippers and the basketball coach. Just don't get me started. Don't like I was like when that happened, I was like, what did this? I know the school had to know, or when the school also another thing too. I don't know. Remember, I can't remember what the coach's name. He was the Ole Miss coach before the current one now, before Lane
Yeah.
Kiffin.
Yeah.
He got fired because he called a strip club on your work phone. How do you call? There's no way he just randomly picked up his work phone and called the strip club. He been doing this. He's been doing this.
Well, yes and no. I think there's, and again, I've never committed a crime, but I think, and it's not that calling a stripper is not a crime. It's not.
It's not.
But but if you're gonna cheat, and let this be a lesson to anybody out there who, whether you're cheating on your taxes, on your girlfriend or boyfriend, I don't judge.
I don't either.
Whatever you doing that involves cheating, whether it's on a test, if you're going to do it right.
Do it right.
Because when you got the wife and kids at home and you're using your damn work phone to call strippers, not for you, but for somebody else. Do they not? Does no one did he not watch television? Was he not like, oh damn, I need to burn a phone?
He's like, shit, man, I don't am. You know what? Let me grab this phone real quick. And I'm like, bro, what?
And it's the same thing. It's the same thing with Les Miles. It doesn't make what he did okay. It doesn't make the aiding and abetting. No. It doesn't make it okay.
Not at all.
And I think he should be upheld
to the highest standard and to the high.
Right. And it becomes a legal battle. But I think too that the LSU has not stepped out and said anything.
Nope.
And said, well, right. Well, no one from LSU has been like, we were compliant. We screwed up.
Yeah, like that's all we want. As like, especially if you are like a fan like myself, like now that I know more about the story from you, it's just that like, are we real about the pull Baylor? We just had a season. This past season was terrible. Are we really about to go through like a Baylor scenario without the coach being here, him being fired?
Well, but I think you have to think too in terms of this. I don't remember who the individual. I don't think they ever mentioned the name of the individual that was involved. They just mentioned that Les Miles was complacent and he knew about it. Blah blah blah. I'll take it a step further. Penn State, Jerry Sandusky.
But how could I forget about that? Well,
because I know that obviously they're both sexual misconduct, and I know that child molestation is way different than what happened here. Not much different, but it's just they're two different boundaries.
Right.
Penn State didn't handle this situation very well. They actually, if anything, I think it was by far the worst handling of a sexual misconduct situation that I've ever seen. Because Joe Paterno, God rest his soul, he did what he thought, and not what the university policy was. But the problem with the damn university policy in his case was the university policy. But in cases of misconduct, you go to the damn police before you go to the university. I'm sorry, you go to the police. And it's sad that a 24-year-old master's degree kid has to explain that shit before because it's very similar to Larry Nassar, the Michigan State guy. With the gymnastics team. Because
Nice.
I did you watch that documentary? The was it I think it was Athlete A.
No. I've actually been meaning to watch it because I kind
It's
of wanted to talk about that on the show as well, like
and
one
I
day.
dude and you know what? And I watched it, and it's one of those things. I'm the biggest supporter of the Olympic team. I love
Yes,
I love it. I love it when the United States of America kicks the shit out of these other countries. I just love it. Whether it's in luge or whether it's in basketball, I love getting that gold, baby.
whereas badminton or speed walking, I
I,
love getting that goal.
dude, I'm supporting. But the way that that situation was handled, and if you watch the documentary, and you might have a completely different reaction. That's completely okay. When I watched it, what I saw was a lot of not only complacence, but a lot of like for me, what outraged me the most was everybody in the room knew. Everybody in the room knew, and no, and not one person said, "I'm gonna go to the police with this," because you pictured as a rat. And I think and again, this coming back to this Les Miles thing. I think it could very well be the same thing. We can't have the Baton Rouge police on us on campus. Why not? If you're a college athlete or professional athlete, you should be held to the same standards.
Yes,
You should you very
100%.
you very well should be. So I don't necessarily blame Les Miles as much because the only thing that Les Miles did wrong in this entire scenario was he participated in a cover up. And that doesn't make it okay. That does not make it okay. Let me just
Nope.
say that again. It does not make that okay. But in the grand scheme of things, the student athlete that participated, or athletes, because I'm sure it was more than one.
The sad part is,
I,
most of the time, is more than one.
yeah, and it's it's not just an NCAA football problem. It's an NCAA problem. Is they don't handle these things. They don't you know they just don't, and it's not a knock against the it's there's no easy way to say it because I think Les Miles, in my opinion, is responsible somewhat for what happened, but the individuals that did the crime are the ones that should be upheld, and they should be the ones who get their face splattered all over the news. Les Miles was just there,
Amen.
and he was doing, and not what he did was okay, but he did what he thought.
Was right. Oh, what to do,
Well,
or
he
to
what
say
to do? What to do?
whatever
We're
he
not we're
thought.
not gonna we're not gonna have a philosophical debate on morals, but to just to landslide him like this and say that it's his fault, I'm like, no, you're right. Partially it's his fault, but what about everybody else that's involved? Nobody ever likes to take a look at the big picture. It's always this one and it's that one's fault. Blah blah blah. So I don't know. I mean, let Les Miles will spend 3-4 years, sitting around his Baton Rouge mansion because I'm sure he lives in a mansion,
Probably.
and he's just gonna kick it up, man. He's just gonna
I
have to.
I honestly could see him being like doing like a little commentary for a while
Well,
somehow.
but I mean, would you really? I don't. I think Art Briles. Look what they did to Art Briles. I haven't heard from Art Briles in how long? Like long enough.
You want to know a funny thing? I've actually heard most recently about Art Browse. You know why? Because I can't remember what year it was. It was recently. When I was at Southern Miss,
Yeah.
we fought. Either I can't remember. We fought. Yeah, we parted ways with our head football coach. You know when they say when you mutually parted ways.
Yeah. 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 Basically, they
So
gave you the.
and one of the candidates that had up for the next head coach was Art Browse. And when I tell you, and fairly so, the women on the campus were pissed.
The red
They
flags.
were pissed.
The red. Oh yeah.
They were pissed. I don't blame them because I'm like, bro, how are y'all that stupid? I know y'all seen the news. I know y'all saw what happened at Baylor. Don't tell me that you go actually like I understand it's just an interview at the time or like he was, but like I think the reports that I heard was like it was close to them picking him over the current head coach. And I was like, bro, I'm like, bro, what? I could be wrong. That's what I heard. But like just the fact that man got an interview to me is so ridiculous and so typical of a program like Southern Miss and like other colleges trying to. I understand you want to be good at football. You want to be good at what you do. You want to be the best. You want to get the money in for the school. But
when it comes at a price.
Exactly. When is it like what's it gonna take? Is it gonna take someone dying? Is it gonna take someone like coming out be against the school soon, y'all? Like what's it gonna take?
Well, I mean, and I think again, it's whatever sport. It's not exclusive to NCAA football. It's not.
No. Hell, the NFL.
Well, yeah. I mean, I'm sure. I don't even want to know what an insurance an insurance policy taken out for an NFL. I don't even want to know, because I'm gonna tell you right now, some of the stuff that these dudes do. You know, I don't know. I think it's just, it's just rough for whoever, but it's like, damn, these guys need to just figure themselves out, man. And it's not okay that it's the way it's handled, but they need to find a different way. And I didn't know that about Art Briles. I didn't realize he was up for the considered for the job at Southern Miss. That's interesting. I didn't know that.
Me either. Either.
That's crazy.
Me either. And then like, cause I remember.
So the whole like Les Miles thing, man. That's like rough. I mean, but I mean it's what it is. It's what it is, and us talking about it, is only just going to add to the controversy. So. But we just do want to put a statement out there for all of our listeners. Obviously, we don't advocate at all what for what's happened or what is happening at these universities, but we also we are 100% with the victims and so forth. So please please understand that. Yes, we on this show we do like to talk about some controversial issues. And this is one of those times, but please understand that, for anyone that's ever, endured, any sort of sexual misconduct of any kind, we don't advocate for that at all in the show. We just want to talk about it, and all the examples that we brought up, obviously from our two different perspectives, as far as, college campuses. We both, Travis and myself, both went to two completely different schools. I went, Travis went to Southern Miss. I went to Wofford, which is, two completely different, paradigms, two completely different environments. And that kind of says something. We were both involved in Greek life. And Greek life does have a tendency to, stray off the path. That being said, there was an individual case within our organization where a pledge had assaulted somebody. Sexually, and it was overruled. We had to drop the kid from pledgeship. But like stories aside though, and kind of the point we want to get to here is, we don't at all side with anything that happened regarding these cases. We would just talk about it. We were just bringing it up and bringing it to your attention. So with that being said, Jim Harbaugh and Michigan.
Before we start on this, to all the Michigan fans or potential Michigan fans that will watch this, I just want to let you my take on this. It might hurt your feelings, but guess what? Get up, because you're Michigan. What did you expect? What did you honestly expect when Jerry Harbaugh got hired?
Oh, that's
I'm in defense of because everybody's like, oh, he's a terrible coach, he's a terrible person, blah blah blah, all this. And I'm like, that man just made a Super Bowl like 2 years before he got hired by y'all, or like not too recently.
He did.
So he knows what he's doing.
That he did.
He said, like, I think Jim Harbaugh's problem is that he's at the University of Michigan. That is his problem.
Okay.
That is his problem.
So do you think this year's the hot seat? This is it for him? Like this win or lose?
Honestly, man, at this point, I'll be happy if he's on a hot seat. because either two things going to happen. One, he's going to prove everyone wrong by somehow making a miracle. They beat Ohio State. They make the college football playoffs, and they win the national championship. They basically pull a 2019-2020 LSU.
But there's only one thing they got to go through.
The Ohio State.
Nope, freaking Bama. To win that national championship, I hate to say it, all roads lead through Tuscaloosa.
Oh my God.
I hate to look, dude. Clemson's a good football team. Clemson quite clearly didn't learn their lesson because last I checked, who was the defending national champion? I rest my case. But, Michigan brings up a very interesting point, and I think, and I would agree. I think Michigan has a tendency, at least in recent years, has had a tendency to self-destruct. I think Jim Harbaugh is definitely a good coach. He's good at his job. And the Big Ten's a hard conference to win because, as you mentioned, Ohio State. It's a hard conference to win.
Yeah, leader's perspective. Last year, Ohio State. For some reason, Indiana was good at football. Indiana was good at football last year.
It was COVID. That's how we explain it. That's how our former president would have explained it. It's COVID and it's here and it's there. I don't actually know where it is at this point, but it's somewhere.
It's here.
But regardless, Indiana is good at football, and I'm going to talk over you, and I'm going to finish your statement for you because obviously what you were saying wasn't really that important. Indiana being good at football is like listening to a 2 Chainz song. It just goes on forever and ever, and then never really gets to the point. That's just what it is. But I mean, and I think with that being said, and yeah, you're right. Indiana was good at football for like a solid 5-6 weeks. They were one of the best teams in the country. It's very rare because if anyone knows anything about Indiana, dribbling a basketball is the easiest thing that a person from Indiana can do in a given day.
I.e. Larry Bird.
Football is just not their sport. And yeah, but I think Ohio State cast a dark cloud over that conference. And yeah, Michigan, Jim Harbaugh needs to beat Ohio State. I think if that ever comes to fruition, and I'm hoping it will, I wish the best for Jim Harbaugh as I wish the best for every college coach. I don't like it when anyone gets fired, except for Jim Haslett, because he deserved it. But I don't. All roads lead to him. He's got it. He seems like he's in a position where he has to win it all. Not just Ohio State. He has to win the whole damn thing.
And it's crazy because like I said, again, like what do you like you have the coaches before Jim Harbaugh didn't win anything. So what do you think he like not to say Jim Harbaugh can't win in college football because I think he can. And that's the thing people think like he just can't win anymore. I'm like, that's not the case.
Oh no.
The case is that he's playing Ohio State every year. I mean, same thing with everybody in the SEC that's play Alabama every year. Well, in the SEC West, really, have to play Alabama every year. It's just hard. Like Ohio State has been dominated for years for a reason. Whether it's Urban Meyer, Ryan Day, or I forgot the coach who started at Youngstown or
Jim Tressel. Yeah,
Tressel. And don't get me started on that call on that championship game against University of Miami.
Okay, but I very clearly watched the U part too. That was some BS.
That was some BS.
That was some BS. But yeah, no, I mean Ohio State has definitely proven over the past almost 2.5 decades. I mean, hell, they won the national championship this past year, which I firmly disagreed with, but we're not going to go there. If Michigan would just get out of its own way and would just let Jim Harbaugh do what he's got to do, because I think it's more of a management thing.
Yes.
I think Jim Harbaugh, if you just give him the ropes, because I mean he built you think about it when San Francisco 49ers fired Mike Singletary, they gave the keys to the Ferrari. They handed the keys off to Jim Harbaugh, a guy that, was at Stanford, had just, he dominated. He
The
dominated
Pac-12.
his conference. He put Andrew Luck in business, did he not?
Yes, he
They
did.
were they were one hell of a team. But, going from the San Francisco 49ers to your alma mater, like
I forgot he went to Michigan. I
and
forgot.
Michigan, no, and Michigan is not an easy place to win. It's
No.
not an easy place to win the crowd over either, as we've all seen. But I think this is it for him. I think this is it. Like if he doesn't produce, I'm thinking he's gonna be gone.
Yeah.
And then eventually, like I said, 3-4 years down the road, Les Miles.
Les Miles.
Swear.
Breaking news. Les Miles is new head coach of University of Michigan. You're like,
I'll die laughing. I'll die laughing. Because I think Les Miles can build that program. I truly think he can. Not saying that Jim Harbaugh can't. It's just I think Michigan needs to figure themselves out, and Jim Harbaugh is obviously not being the man that. Granted, there's some other impetuses that are in his way, but no, he doesn't seem like he's the man to do the job. You know, but Michigan is being successful in another sport, thankfully.
basketball.
Yep. And guess what month of the year it is, folks? March. The moment we've all been waiting for until it gets COVID canceled again, because I'm sure somebody's going to mess up. Last year they didn't even have a champion. Last year they didn't even have a champion.
No, like they didn't do it.
It was ridiculous, man.
Same thing with I know you don't keep up, like everyone in the crowd. Like I wrestled in high school, and I love the sport wrestling still to this day. Like I knew it crushed those wrestlers last year when they couldn't.
Oh no! Oh yeah, no. I'm sure it did. And speaking of that, I think Iowa won the national championship, didn't they?
Not yet. Not the championship haven't happened yet, but it looks like Iowa's heavily favored because they're stacked.
Dude,
they're stacked this
look,
year.
all y'all that don't really follow college, like myself, I don't really follow college wrestling, but I still get the the text messages and the emails whenever some NCAA stuff just happens. Iowa wrestling, like you want to talk about awesome. I actually met some people from the University of Iowa, and they will tell you that there are two things that Iowa can do: corn and wrestling. And they're damn right. And I wish we had more time to talk about Iowa wrestling.
Well, let's get into some basketball.
But it's more freaking madness, dude. And there's one team I want to talk about. One team that I think we need to talk about, but doesn't really get the respect that they deserve.
Who?
Nicholls State. Nicholls is they're probably gonna make the tournament. Oh yeah, dude.
Wait, whoa, what?
Dude, I swear, look it up. Stop the show and look that up. Nicholls State.
One moment.
Nicholls State is like their basketball team this year. They put on a show because they're playing Abilene Christian tonight at 9:30 in the Southland Conference, and I want to say I think this is the conference championship.
Yeah, dude,
it is. Dude, Nicholls is going to the big one. Shout out to anybody from Nicholls if y'all are watching this. But for the rest of you out there that are just like, who in the hell is Nicholls? Just like whenever I went to Wofford and you were all just like, who in the hell is Wofford?
Who's
Nicholls is out there in Thibodaux, Louisiana. Very small school. A lot of Travis and I's mutual friends went to Nicholls. It's an awesome, outstanding place for secondary education. And of course, for anyone that's interested in like culinary school and things like that, it's one of the best in the nation. Nichols is an awesome place. Thibodeau is an even doper place. It's just damn awesome. But no, man, Nichols is gonna make it. Nichols is gonna make it.
I just saw the record. I just saw. I'm like, Nichols, what?
Dude, and I'm telling you, this is what lets me know right now that 2021 is already messed up. Nichols is gonna make it to the tournament, and Duke's not. Duke's not in it.
It's Kentucky either, huh? Kentucky's not in it either.
It's just 2021, baby.
Wow.
See what COVID does?
It's crazy.
Screws everything up.
See what COVID does.
Hell, last week I thought you had COVID the way you were talking about Joel Embiid, but then all of a sudden I'm looking at the internet. Joel Embiid, and then he missed the All-Star game, which is not an All-Star move, by the way. But damn, if my man don't win the MVP based on his stats right now, we got a problem. We got a bone to pick with the NBA. That dude's going off. But dude, March Madness is here. And I hate to, and I'm not a huge college basketball guy. I'm really not a huge NBA guy. But I'll be damned if I'm not excited to watch the NCAA tournament this year. I
think the best team is Gonzaga because they're currently don't know, and it can happen in March. That's why I call it March Madness. So Gonzaga's the best team, obviously. I think they just won the last one, I believe. Yeah, so it's not a shocker that they're good. Whoops. I do think that the dark horse this will probably be.
Damn. Sorry about that, folks. If y'all heard that recording, that's just me on the internet. Looking at the bracket right here. Let's see. Let me see if I can find the bracket. Oh my God. Don't y'all just hate internet ads? Oh, wait, never mind. The bracket's not even up yet. Well, obviously, because they still got to play championship games. I don't even know where the thing is going to be this year. San Antonio, it looks like. Huh.
This shit on the roll.
But yeah, dude, like they don't. Yeah, so the bracket's not up. I think selection Sunday's tomorrow. But dude, like I said, man, Nick, I'm hyped. I'm hyped for Nichols. I'm hyped for Nichols to make it. Like, screw whoever wins this thing, man. And if Nichols by some miracle pulls it out and beats a number one seed, let's just cancel the entire tournament. Because Nichols might very well pull off a miracle.
I will say, whoever bets on that game and they pull it off, you're making good money that night. You're making good money that night. You're making good money that night.
Well, I think in Las Vegas somebody won like $8,000 because they bet how on Dak's contract, they bet on how long the extension was, and they won like $8,000.
Jesus Christ.
And I was like, did you really win? Because Dak got $160 million.
You got 8,000.
You got $8,000, bro. Like, he's gonna make that in an hour. Like, come on now. But dude, no, I mean, I'm excited. I'm ready to, sit around like a madman on my work computer, with my multiple monitors. Folks, I do this with the Masters too. When those 4 days in April, those 4 days in that first week of April, that Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, obviously Thursday and Friday I'm at work and Saturday, Sunday not. But I've always got my multiple monitors and I'm watching, whoever play the Masters, and damn.
I know you're
I do. So and we used to do this thing in high school where like whenever it was March, we would always everybody would fill out a bracket.
Yeah.
Everybody.
That was fun. That was fun. I remember because our buddy Corey, who hopefully is watching this show. Dude. We shout you out, Corey. We got you. Another sports buddy that we know.
Corey needs to come on again.
we will print out brackets during class, and teachers literally think that like we're literally pointing out homework and we're doing we're like filling that out during class.
Oh my God, no, the bracket. Oh my Lord. I do remember doing that because we had I'm not gonna mention any names on the show, but we had a particular teacher who she was environmental science. Travis and I both know her. Probably Travis's favorite teacher. And again, I'm not gonna give give names, anything out like that. She was an awesome teacher. She's a phenomenal lady, phenomenal person to so many of us that are Holy Cross graduates, near and dear to our hearts. So if she's watching the show, she knows who she is. But anyways, no, we had a class, and I remember during that time period, we had like a test. I think it was like one of the weeks or whatever, and she thought we were printing out like our study guides.
Oh yeah, yeah.
In the class, she thought we were printing out our study guides, and she like goes around, she looks at us, and she's just like, are those freaking brackets?" And I remember looking at her, and I was like, "Miss, such." I was like, "This is for money. It's just for money here. It's more. It's not about pride. And I could care about your exam. It's about pride and picking the right team, which I was never right. But
never.
Interestingly enough, when I was overseas in 2018 during the World Cup, we actually had a small pool going, and I actually won $40. So because I picked France to win the World Cup. So again, gambling stores from Ellis. Don't take any gambling advice from me. Please don't.
I don't like to gamble.
Please don't. I don't. Yeah, because you know why? Because we ain't got no money. We got no money. That's why.
I'm broke. I got nobody to gamble.
But no, I mean, like in bracketology, it was just like it's something that like as fans, like we're like every March, it's like I said, it's like the Masters. That first week of April, whatever you doing, what work, school, whatever, you tuned in. You locked it. Golf fans are tuned in to the Masters. Like it's a plate of Hot Pockets. Like they're just enhanced by it. And people that aren't golf fans, which I always find interesting, people that aren't golf fans are people that aren't even basketball fans tune into March Madness. And I don't, and I'd actually be curious why. It's probably, it's one of those, everybody's doing it. But no, I mean, I've never come across someone that's like not a sports fan during the month of March, and they're just like, nah, man, they're just like, I forgot to fill out my bracket this year. I'm like, no, you filling it out.
You're doing it.
You like you're doing it.
Don't tell me that bull.
So no, man, but no, Duke's not going to be in it this year. I think, yeah, like you said, Kentucky's not going to be in it, dude. It's going to be another up for grabs, man. But that's 2021 for us, folks.
I really my favorite team is the University. Funny enough, it's the University of Michigan. Is my favorite team.
Okay. Yeah, well, because they got Juwan Howard, which I saw he got thrown out of a game the other night.
I love that shit. I love it. I love when he did.
Dude, yeah, no, that was a hard fought game. Juwan took one for the team and inspired him to kick even more ass. Because dude, Michigan, I'm with you, dude. Michigan's a front runner with the they've probably got some of the best shooters out there.
Gonzaga.
I wouldn't be surprised if them and Gonzaga are, if they're not in the Final Four, they're at least going to make it to the Elite Eight.
Oh yeah,
no
doubt.
But we'll talk about this next week because Selection Sunday hasn't happened yet, and it's not going to happen for another 24 hours. So
we just want to our love and our old stories from back in the day of bracketology.
Oh my God, yeah, no, telling that story. Telling those stories anyways, about the old Holy Cross days where like we would do that kind of stuff, and the teachers would never get wise and be like, huh? Because I can remember times where I've definitely printed out, I probably had about a dozen brackets one year.
Yeah.
That I recall. And I remember the disciplinarian of the school like basically telling me, you're wasting paper. and you're wasting the school's time. And I said, but again, I said, coach, it's about pride.
It's about pride.
About pride. It's bigger. It's about being right, coach. You know, and I think, and I find the people that don't do well in this are the people that actually try. Weirdly enough. No, I swear, the people that don't pick based on like rankings. So like, you know, because I don't know how many people in the world picked Virginia to lose a couple of years ago in that first round.
Ooh, I know you're talking about.
But like, and they came and they went back and they won the whole damn thing. So good for them. But dude, I don't even want to know what the actual percentage was in the world, not just in the world. Because that was an incredible moment in like March Madness history. But no, I mean, I just, you know, I haven't. I'm probably gonna fill it out probably tomorrow night. What, you know, sitting around doing nothing with playing with the dogs, pretty much, and you know, selection Sundays.
Yes.
So
I'm excited. I'm gonna fill out mine too. We probably gonna post our brackets or like our multiple brackets to y'all throughout the week or so of like who we think is gonna win it all. So I'm excited, man. I can't wait.
Mm-hmm. Which brings us to our next point. More basketball, but NBA. My man, Blake Griffin, is now a new. I was literally about to say a New Jersey Net. I was literally about to say New Jersey Net. Wow.
Hey! At least old enough to remember the New Jersey Nets.
Yeah.
But hey, man, I love them. But I love the fact that Blake Griffin's with the Nets, honestly. And like I don't think you noticed. Have you ever noticed like the trend with certain players, they get to a certain age, or like they've been in the NBA for so long, they finally win a champion with a team that they weren't like starting for.
Oh, dude.
I.e. Livingston with the Warriors. David West with the Warriors.
Everybody with the damn Warriors.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, hell. I think the only two people that ever left Golden State without a ring were because I know Boogie didn't get one. Did I think nope, Nick Young got a ring. Never mind. I was gonna say
Nick Young got a ring.
Yeah, and Nick Young is probably the worst troller ever. I've never seen a man sit around and, you know, tell you how great he is. Date Iggy Azalea, mess that up.
Got mad at the dude. Got mad at for messing it up for you, but you still messed it up because she was gonna find out either way.
Dude, that's insane. That's just so insane. But no, man, props to Blake Griffin for finally growing some sense, and props to the Nets for signing him. Because dude, that Brooklyn might win it.
Bro.
Brooklyn might win it.
Brooklyn might win it.
I'm very well. You know what it is? Kyrie Irving has stopped with his pedantic bullshit. And I think we can all agree, you know, that Kyrie was going on a little Kanye West adventure for a little while. But now he's back.
I'm gonna say Kanye. Yeah, I won't say as bad as Kanye, but yeah, I see what you're saying.
Oh no. I mean, hell, we saw the tabloids a couple weeks ago with the I don't even want to know what you would call it. Was it the the transgender persons? Did you not see that?
Jeffries, yeah.
Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah, I don't keep up that much, but it was just like, oh. Yeah. But no, I mean,
yeah.
And you know, again, not to that level, but like, dude, Kyrie's been balling.
Best show in basketball.
Dude, I've said that for years. Kyrie Irving, with the exception of the fact that Steph Curry just throws the ball up like a spastic 2-year-old and just makes everything and gets lucky. Kyrie Irving, in my opinion, is the far superior point guard.
Then Steph.
Oh, I think so, dude.
I would. Okay. I'm not gonna go that far with you, but I will say on the levels, they're two different kind of point guards, though. Even though people say they
Right.
kind of play the same game, their games are completely different. I will
Right.
say that Kyrie likes to finish more than Steph does,
Mm-hmm.
but Steph's floater is better than Kyrie's floater.
Well, but again, you got to kind of gauge, like you said, the differences. You got to, you know, dude. I will never forget the 2016 NBA Finals,
When he
mostly
hit that
because
fucking
Cleveland finally won something that was like relevant aside from
yeah,
a damn hamburger eating contest.
yeah.
Shout out to Joey Chestnut if he's watching too, by the way, man, because that dude can eat.
It's a champ.
Dude is
Champ.
a champion. It's a game of champions. Shout out to Will Ferrell too from Anchorman 2 when he said that about cockfighting. By far the best line of the movie. It's a game of champions. But I forgot. Oh yeah. But dude, Kyrie Irving's been balling, man. Like hell, the Nets had us all fooled with Fat James Harden.
Yes.
Fat James
Fat
Harden
James
might be the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen in NBA history, other than Michael Jordan. Fat James Harden had us all fooled. He got fat, slobbity, ugly. He ended up damn near looking like Jamarcus Russell, a scrub.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, he's just knocking left and right. Hell,
He's
Kevin Durant's off. Dude, the Nets might do it.
No, man, because if I was Kevin Durant, if they keep, I'd be like, shit, yeah, like y'all can keep playing. Like, yeah, I'll put my feet up. Yeah, like do what y'all need to do. I'll see y'all in the playoffs.
Oh my God.
I'll see y'all in the playoffs.
Well, I think the Pistons did the best thing that they could. I just got rid of Blake Griffin when he wasn't really producing as much as he could have been. I will say the biggest thing that I think he changed over the course of the league. He originally identified as a dunker, obviously with Lob City, probably the greatest show on a basketball court at one point.
Yep.
Other than the Showtime Lakers. But he's no longer that dunking like personality. He's actually a much better shooter.
Far better shooter.
That he used to be. I mean, now I'm talking like from 3 and all, dude. Like,
yeah,
pretty incredible, man. So props to him. But Blake Griffin sadly isn't the only one that's, potentially moving or has moved. LaMarcus Aldridge and the Spurs.
Andre Drummond
issues
in a second, but like them two.
Where does he go? Right now? I want to hear it. Where does he go?
Now I want to say like the Pelicans. I want to say the Pelicans.
I think everyone in the league would say the Pelicans.
But I don't think the Nets don't really need him. Honestly though, if I was Mark Aldridge, I'll go out east and I'll go to the Knicks.
Oh God.
Oh God. Go to the Knicks or go.
Well, actually, that's not as insulting of a statement anymore because the Knicks actually might be going to the playoffs.
Or the Heat.
I don't think he'll end up in either one.
Where do you think he'll go?
I actually think he's going to end up in Phoenix.
Ooh.
I think Phoenix is an interesting destination. Mm-hmm. I think it's a good spot for him because I don't think anyone that's building a championship roster, I don't think LaMarcus Aldridge is like, that's a guy I need to get because I think last offseason proved that the guy everyone wanted to get and the one that we all knew he was going back to Milwaukee was Giannis. Why Giannis took more money over going to play with the Miami Heat and potentially winning a championship, I will never know. But it's pretty sad when even Charles Barkley is like, that's a dumbass move. Like Charles Barkley is my favorite commentator in all of sports. I love him, especially what he says about those San Antonio women. Oh my God. There's actually, folks, if you don't tune in, man, there's like a 10-minute video of this thing. And he just goes off to the point where it's like it's absolutely disgusting. Don't get me wrong, we don't side with misogynistic comments, but Charles Barkley just doesn't seem to know when to keep his mouth shut.
Nope.
And dude, some of the things he said in that interview, he's big San Antonio women, and you sit there and you just go, did this man just really say that
on TV?
Oh my God, dude. Whoa, but I mean, we've proven that inside the NBA is it's a clown show. I mean, hell, they eating, the spiciest chip in the world with Shaq, not drinking water. And Ernie, dude, Ernie just kind of sits there and he's just like, damn. Ernie, I will say this, as far as diversity and inclusion goes, I think Ernie has by far the coolest job in America. No one will ever say that. No one will ever say that Ernie Johnson is not the most diverse human being in America. He has to work with Kenny the Jet, Chuck, and Shaq. And Ernie, and you know what, dude? And Ernie's got his card too, man. Because dude, there's another great YouTube video of Ernie doing some hood rat shit, and it's awesome. I've never seen a man, dude. He called out 50 Cent. Who was I think he called out DaBaby too, randomly, and it was like damn, Ernie really knows his shit.
It's like the same thing when DaBaby called out JoJo Siwa in that
remix. Dude, no man, dude. You know what though? I mean the LaMarcus Aldridge trade though. Kind of getting back to that, man. Phoenix.
You think Phoenix? I can see it.
And
but I feel like the Spurs will go out of conference.
Well, yeah. I mean, there's always that possibility. I mean, I think because here's the way I see it. Okay, and we'll kind of get to him next. But LaMarcus Aldridge to Phoenix, and Andre Drummond is going to end up with the Celtics.
The Celtics.
Oh yeah.
The Celtics.
Oh, dude, I didn't say it wouldn't be a controversial move, but Andre Drummond to the Celtics might. I mean, you're talking to a team that lost Gordon Hayward. They still got Cardiac Kemba. They're putting together a championship roster.
They're trying to.
Well, yeah, trying to. But again, man, they were what, 2 games? They were 1 game short last year.
Oh yeah, making the finals last year. They
were 1 game short, and I don't see, and it very well could be LaMarcus Aldridge ends up in Boston. That is also a possibility, but I think LaMarcus Aldridge is going to stay in conference. I think he's going to end up in Phoenix.
Okay.
And I think Andre Drummond's going to end up Boston.
See, I think Drummond's going to end up being in a lot of people are linking him to either the Clippers or the Lakers, but I don't think no one wants what the Clippers offering. No, no one wants what the Clippers going to offer to him, because who's going to give you Luke Kennard and Patrick Beverly?
I mean,
that's you going to give me Luke Kennard and Patrick Beverly? Is that what you're going to give me?
I mean, I think the same thing could be said for the Kyle Lowry trade. I mean, Kyle Lowry's future in Toronto is in peril.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, who do Kyle Lowry's still one of the best.
Yeah.
But where else would you put him?
Maybe the Heat because of his attitude, but
well, rumor has it that there's talks between the Raptors
and
the Spurs. So DeMar DeRozan might very well reunite with Kyle Lowry in San Antonio. That is very possible.
Oh my goodness.
That is dude. The NBA trade talks. Honestly, the NBA, in my opinion, has the most, as far as sports goes, it has the most interesting offseason. Their off seasons are just to another level.
Them and European soccer off seasons.
I mean, yeah, but dude, with the NBA, man, it's so crazy. I mean, hell, Like when they were talking, Gordon Hayward was leaving the Jazz, and everyone was like, "He's going to Boston. He's going to Boston." I was like, "Nah, he ain't."
He goes to Boston.
And he did, and we saw the disaster. We saw the disaster that turned into Kemba Walker. He's going to Boston. He's going to that. He's going to that. Is he going to Boston? You know, Kyrie. I think the Kyrie Irving to the Nets, the Kyrie Irving and KD to the Nets. That one actually surprised me because
That surprised me too.
I actually thought they were going to the Knicks.
Yeah, no, that was a talk around town. Was that like that KD was hanging around with the Knicks organization a lot. He was in New York a lot. He didn't want to play in the same conference, the Western Conference anymore. So everybody was like, he's gonna go, to the Knicks.
Well,
This man said, nah, I'm gonna go across the bridge to Brooklyn.
oh my God. And he pissed a lot of people off by saying that. Oh my God.
Yes, he did.
But I mean, yeah. I mean, there's definitely room for potential. But I think as of now, when we're talking NBA trades, we're talking NBA, how teams could look in the future. You know, I like I said, man, Marcus Aldridge to the Phoenix Suns. It's not a championship contender, but to start, because I don't think Devin Booker is going to stay with Phoenix much longer.
Really?
I don't think he will. I mean, if the team's not winning, and Devin Booker's one of the best in the league.
Without out. Like he's at least top 3 shooting guard. Top 3.
No, he's a solid player. But does he leave and go to Miami? Does he go to Milwaukee? Does he go somewhere that's a championship contender?
No, he's not going to Milwaukee. He ain't going to Milwaukee.
I mean, who's to say? Who's to say, man? Because that's the fun of the whole, like I said, that NBA offseason. Is you don't know, like initially when it starts, I was like you said, the Knicks. Everybody and their brother wants to talk about the Knicks and who the Knicks gonna pick up. They had a chance to get Kevin Durant and ended up with Julius Randle because they told KD, which I agree with everyone that is a basketball analyst, that is the stupidest thing they could have said was, we're not going to offer you the max. Really?
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 You're not going to pay me. Did you not see what I did the past 2 years?
This is a man.
I mean, 3.
This is a man that nearly broke his leg in the NBA Finals, went back in the game, had a good 3-4 like put-ups, had to leave the game, and then wanted to go out the next night. Dude, how do you not consider that guy like a max play? Now, and again, I don't know. We don't know the circumstances, but I mean, it very well could have possibly been, well, we want Kevin Durant and we want Kyrie Irving, and that financially that might not have been a good option. But again,
Kevin Durant not gonna pay him that money.
You had Kevin Durant, and he went to Brooklyn. Pay him his
money. You don't want to pay his money.
And now he's sitting back, killing it with James Harden. The one guy that no one in the NBA seemed to be able to work with, including Russell Westbrook.
Who, they were broskies.
Yeah, well, we all saw how that turned out. Could be worse, man. You could be Bradley Beal.
I'll never understand Bradley Beal. I will never understand. He has this undeniable loyalty to the Washington Wizards. And granted, I get it. I get it. Like, that's a team that paid you. That's a team that, you're committed to, and I like that. But man, you ain't gonna win. I'm gonna let you know now, you ain't gonna win. You ain't gonna win.
He was like, your team's sad. Your
team's garbage.
No, and I think if we're talking about team killers, and I don't want to speak. I think James Harden is probably one of the best players in the NBA right now. I think his big problem has always been defense. But I think if there's a guy, a hubris to those teams, especially when they were all together and OKC. Because if you noticed, I feel like they've been trying to get the band back together.
Oh yeah, for a while.
You
Like
know,
for a
but I
while.
think if there's a guy that never seems to end up like on those lists, like long term, it's Russell Westbrook.
And my thing with Russell Westbrook is that I'm the biggest fan of Russell Westbrook. Like I think he definitely earned the MVP when he was averaging a triple double that first season. For the second season in a row, I was like, bro, that's amazing and all, but like
I
that's
can't
not.
take I can't take a man that wears glasses with no lens in them seriously. I can't.
Wait, I did not know they were fake. Are they fake?
Yeah, they fake. Somewhat.
Oh
Yeah,
my
I think I want to
god.
say. Yeah, I want to say he's gone to like award shows and like had them with the lens out. Dude, Russ is not one of the most talented players. I will not say that he's not.
Hardworking, like
But if
goes 100.
but if his attitude, I feel like is what just kills him.
Yeah.
His I gotta be number one, and and that's great and all, but look who you playing next to. You play next to Kevin Durant.
James Harden.
We're not even gonna get to James Harden. Kevin Durant, and you're gonna tell me that wasn't KD's team? No one even knew who you were until Kevin Durant.
Facts.
I rest my case. I rest my case.
I'm done. I'm done.
I rest my
I'm done.
case because I don't think because I mean and and again not following the game as closely as I think I should. The NBA is it's a different animal when it comes to team building. It's a different animal when it comes to putting things together. I mean, hell, Michael Jordan, undisputably the greatest basketball player to ever play the game. I don't anyone that has the LeBron or the Kobe argument with me, I tell them the same thing. Did you watch The Last Dance? Because clearly a man that can motivate and BS his way and say things like nice game, Mike, which turns out wasn't even a true damn story. Any man that can motivate himself to do that and destroy the shit out of somebody on the basketball court and do just what he said. LeBron can't do it. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Look, my whole thing is that like people like Michael Jordan's the greatest ever.
Oh yeah,
And
no, Mike's a
LeBron is a close second, kind of. He's second. Kobe actually, well, my opinion is that Kobe's tied with LeBron as second greatest ever. But that's I love Kobe, so that's just my personal opinion. And I got respect. You got to respect LeBron's legacy though. But he ain't better than Michael Jordan.
oh no.
He ain't better
Oh
than Michael Jordan.
no, absolutely not. I don't think, and I think anyone that speaks to that, especially the well-esteemed Ryan Hollins,
Oh my god.
who should be electroshocked for his own good based on looking at Shaq after he done passed up Kobe like that. And I was like, he's like, and Shaq's like, LeBron's the greatest player ever. What about Michael and Kobe? And Ryan Hollins said, I'm agree with you there, but I'm gonna look at Michael. I'm gonna look at Michael. I'm gonna look at Michael. That wasn't even when The Last Dance was out. That like, oh,
hey, you know what happened? You know what happened when that happened? He was like, Michael Jordan said, and I took that personally. So I posted The Last Dance.
Oh my God. Oh my God. In defense, I walked right into that one. I walked right into that one. Man, see, I took it personally. Dude, no. But I mean, it's a complex of the NBA is just very complex when it comes to trades. It's very complex when it comes to deals. And these guys, and I think it's one of the few games that because you have so little like teammates in the game at one time, everyone has to truly be clicking at the same time. And like the Oklahoma City in my like that team, that's probably one of the greatest teams to ever be on the floor.
ever assembled.
You
And
know,
draft wise, they all drafted too. That's the crazy thing. They were all drafted by OKC or
yeah,
Sonics with
yeah,
KD.
and they and they produced. Probably one of the greatest teams to never win an NBA Finals. But in their defense, they had to play against
The Miami Heat.
Jabron Lames, and the squad. I'm gonna win. We're not gonna win one, not two, not three, not four. And how many they got? Two.
And you lost your first year.
That's a shame, bro. Oh my god, that's an NBA Finals that will haunt me forever. And I love LeBron James. It definitely one of my favorite players. One of my favorite athletes ever. I think he's definitely changed the game of basketball based on what he's done. But to sit here and be like, no, I just he ain't better than Michael. That's all. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say. Because you know what? Because if I have this argument, I feel like the show's gonna get canceled.
Yeah.
Because it's a shame. It's a shame that people just don't. It's really, even after the Last Dance. I don't know if you found this. A lot of people still didn't give Michael all the credit.
No, and that's crazy to me because people are like, well, he still needs Scottie Pippen. I'm like, no, like, of course, it's a team.
He needed Scottie Pippen, and he needed Dennis Rodman. He needed Steve Kerr. He needed the pieces. It wasn't just him, but the way that he dogged them in practice, like, dude, you wonder why this team won 6. It wasn't just him. He was just the ringleader. So, but no, man, it's going to be another interesting offseason in the NBA. I'm just prepping you. It's going to be another interesting offseason in the NBA. So speaking of media, though, I don't know. Did you catch this story this week? We're switching gears to baseball. This sports gambler, Benjamin Tucker Pats.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah. And it's insane because I knew that with I forgot what team was it that he got.
The Rays. It was the Rays, man.
Yeah, the Rays. And then you find out it's other teams that he sent threatening messages to.
Dude, it's unreal. That is unreal. Like, you would think, because it says here the compliant also listed threats against players for the Braves, Padres, the Athletics, the Cleveland Indians, which they've got it bad enough as it is because they're playing Cleveland, Baltimore, and Kansas and the Royals. Like, dude.
Why even calling the Royals out?
And then on top of this is the one that got me. It was like, it says right here, one of his accounts also threatened a player for the Swedish women's soccer team after it beat Germany in the World Cup final. Dude, what the hell? Like, what the hell, dude? And I get it. Like, if he lost, it says, he lost 10 grand on a bet in the Super Bowl a couple years ago during the no call. He lost a bet when the Rams lost to New England, which his dumbass shouldn't have bet on the Rams to win that Super Bowl anyways, because who the hell bets against the New England Patriots when Tom freaking Brady is on the other sideline? But that's just me. By the way, shout out to the Atlanta Falcons fans. By the way, the score was 28-3.
I saw that. I saw the numbers. And I was like, wearing that shirt.
Shout out to the Atlanta Falcons. Shout out to them Falcons fans, man. 28-3. Y'all couldn't finish Tom Brady either. But we almost did. We could have, but stupid referees. But that's another story. But no, this guy, this Tucker Pats guy, man. Like, what the hell?
It's insane, dude. It's insane.
And it goes back to kind of what we're talking about with the whole Les Miles thing. The price of winning is just unreal. Like, if I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna do it right. I'm gonna do it where there's no cameras and there's no way that they can trace it back to me.
This man said, you know what? I'm gonna make a fake Instagram account. That's how I'm not gonna get caught.
Multiple fake
I'm
Twitter,
sorry, multiple. I
multiple
forgot there's
accounts,
multiple of them, multiple ones to threaten.
dude.
There, there,
Unreal.
there, there was one part of the article where he sent a message. I think it was to a Rays player. He said you will be
Yeah,
you, you, you
your family will be beheaded.
yeah. I was like, bro. I was like, whoa. I was like, whoa, 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 whoa. I was like, bro.
Well, my first question as a Narcos watch, my first question been like, what cartel you with?
Exactly. Like what's going on here?
He could just like send a text like new phone, who this? Like and like, oh my God, dude. So now, but I guess you know what that shows right there? First of all, if you got $10,000 to blow on a Super Bowl, that shows you got way too much money to begin with. That's the first thing. That's the first lesson of this story, folks. Second of
Fact.
all, if you got enough time on your hands to have an like multiple Instagram accounts, and just creating like one after the other to do this type of shit, like get a life. Like I love sports just as much as anybody. But when my team loses and I go home and I cry like a bitch, because that's what we should all do. We go home, I cry about it, I boo, I wake up the next day and it's over. It's
And
over.
it's over. And it's
It's
over.
over.
It's over.
I don't need to tell somebody to, go screw themselves on Instagram or whatnot. I don't need to rub it in anybody's face if my team wins. I'm not that. That's not me. That's not me. And if I do it, if I gloat in person. I hate doing it online.
I
But
know, right?
but there's a big difference between being like your team is trash and I'm gonna behead you.
Yeah. Big,
Good
big
Lord,
difference.
dude. Folks, like this. Matter of fact, when we do the upload, I'll actually put the link to this article in this because this is like I promise y'all, folks, this is not a joke.
But we're
This
not
guy,
making this up. Like I remember you added that link into like the notes. And I
yeah.
was like, this is like an actual story. And I clicked on it and I'm like,
Oh my God, yeah.
what is
Dude,
happening? Like, what is this?
I had to reread the I had to reread that part where he was like, your family will be beheaded.
Yeah, like I was like, hold on, let's scroll back a little bit. Hold on, what? You said who will be headed?
Oh my God, dude. And it was unreal.
I'm
You know,
assuming, and I'm assuming the one with the Tampa Bay Rays was when they made the World Series last year and they
this
lost.
is, yeah, according to this, Tampa Bay lost the home baseball game in July 2019 to the Chicago White Sox. An account linked to him later sent threatening Instagram messages to 4 players for the Rays and 1 player for the White Sox.
Yeah,
According to
hold on, wait,
authorities,
yeah, wait, hold on, what? Yeah, I forgot about that part. Why would you send a threatening message to the team that won? I understand you pissed, but man, damn, like, calm down.
no life. He's probably one of these hedge fund billionaires. I'm sure. If he ain't, his dad was.
True,
Because again,
true.
who bets $10,000 on a Super Bowl? Unless how much money you gotta have? Like, oh my God! But no, this is quite disturbing. And I mean, I just want to say to the folks out there, I mean, social like cyberbullying is a big problem that we have in this country. It's a big problem, probably worldwide. I'm going to say, not just the United States of America. But there's a big difference between, somebody like telling somebody, playfully to just leave and then telling somebody, I'm going to kill you and your family.
Yeah,
Whether you mean it or not, I think, and I think that's something that, I think needs to be addressed. And I think that's something that hopefully Major League Baseball will address with this dude. But according to this, he faces up to 5 years in federal prison for this.
which he honestly deserves more
I,
if there's more teams connected to him.
I fail to see the point though. First of all, he shouldn't have sent threatening messages to the Cleveland Indians players. They already have it bad enough. But to sit there and this is where it gets kind of disturbing is like he goes on and on in this and I'm looking at the article right now as we're talking about it. Apparently he resides in New York and California and goes by the moniker Parlay Pats. The FBI investigators said they found online articles that claimed he had won more than $1 million shortly before his arrest, wagering on sports events. So, guy's not poor by any stretch. But then it goes on to say, like he claimed he even it's not just murder. He claimed to rape people's families. Like, what what kind of sick soul needs to like do that to gratify themselves? I mean, and I use that term sick very, very lightly, because I know, out there's mental health. Mental health is a big problem facing us modern day. And to do stuff like this, and not only do it like once, but do it repeatedly and to multiple teams, multiple players, it's absolutely insane. I think that anyone would even come close to this. So if you're out there and you're interested in roasting a team on social media, if you're out there like saying this kind of stuff to somebody on social media, I hate to say it, but what and this is what kind of more so where I want to get Travis involved with answering this. How far is too far? I think is my thing.
Like, are people just like threatening or like being too
Well, just
upset?
not even threatening. How far, like in on social media, like it's more of a social media question than like a sports question.
Right.
But how far on social media? How far is too far? Because I mean, I've never DM'd a guy or a teammate or a player. I've never DM'd somebody after they've lost. I'm always the first, even in intramurals. As much as I hated losing to Kappa Sigma, as I hated losing to them in every event that we'd ever play in, man. At the end of every game, even though I trashed them the entire game, I would always, at the end of the game, good game, guys. Whether they beat us 51-0 or whether they beat us, 24-21, it doesn't matter. There's just sportsmanship. But then to take it with this whole online thing,
it makes it a whole lot worse.
Well, I can't speak for I don't know how the culture is at Southern Miss, but I'm sure, if a guy misses a kick, and Southern Miss is like on the verge of winning the conference or something, I'm sure he gets death threats.
Yeah.
I'm like, it's hard to believe, that people take sports this seriously. And on this show, obviously we enjoy sports, but not to the point where I would, threaten a professional.
Right.
And
you a host?
And I think his biggest mistake too is the fact that he used Instagram. Like, if you're going to use anything to threaten people, it should definitely be Twitter.
Definitely subtweet at least. Like, my whole thing is that like
there's
so many different ways that he could have put his anger. Because I get it. Like, it's most anger. It's mostly anger why he. So my whole thing is that though you could have figured out a different way to handle your anger. And as someone who loves sports and who is dedicated to a sports team, like as much as you and me, and I'm talking about myself, I get like so mad. But when a team loses, my team loses. But when they win, oh my God! You should have seen me after the Lakers won a championship. You should have seen me after the Lakers won a championship. You thought Shannon Sharp was bad. Oh Lord!
God.
Oh no!
Oh God!
No. I have a nice bottle of Crown in my freezer. I like to drink it sometimes, whenever you chill.
Oh,
it was filled up.
Yeah.
And then before I went to bed, I woke up the next morning, it was halfway gone. It's like a big one. Like yeah, like a big one.
Good Lord, you were like Tom Brady. You were like Tom Brady in Tampa, man. You was tossing around.
I'm a drill Lombardi trophy.
Yeah, you was throwing around championship trophies, drinking. Don't remember what the hell happened. I will say though, much props, Tom. I swear to God, dude, if you in the event you will ever watch, I swear I hope this is the episode that he watches, dude. That was awesome. That throwing
That
that
was
trophy and the way that you just trolled the entire NFL, dude. I give you all the respect in the world because you know what? They ain't gonna catch up to you. They're just not. But damn,
maybe,
throwing the
maybe
trophy.
Pat.
But I mean, but it's like, but I sympathize with you on that. I don't think I don't think we've ever had an incident, at least personally, where cyberbullying, cyber threatening has become a problem. But I think it
No,
becomes
not my.
but it becomes a difference when you're doing this, and he's a young guy. He's our age. He's 24. He's 24-year-old, and he's going to spend 5 years in prison for this. Can you imagine like sitting in your cell block and guys like, what you doing? What you in for? Guys like insider trading, and he's just like, I threaten people on social media. Like if that
I
if
ain't
that
gonna
don't
lie.
if
If
that
that was the other
doesn't
dude,
in the federal cell block, if that doesn't make you the least tough son bitch in your cell block, I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what does. I don't know what other cupcake crime you can do.
to
But
get you to federal prison over a game that
but
probably even mattered.
over social media. Over not even over a game, over social media. Like and it's it's one thing to, like I said, to playfully just roast somebody. I mean, hell, I do it whenever the Packers lose. I do it to all my Packers friends. I do it. I said, "Your bad man won there today, was he?" You
He
know,
wasn't a bad day, huh? He was
oh my
cold.
god, oh my god, no. And you know what? And every team, every team has its fans like this. Whether it's the Rays or whether it's the New Orleans Saints, whether it's the Dallas Cowboys or whatever other organization, every team's got people like this. This guy just got caught,
Yeah,
and I don't know what else to say other than like I in a weird way I pity him. I pity him because I'm just like,
yeah,
dude, I wish that I could have like the amount of passion that you put into those tweets and like you could use that in another way. You could use that
right.
anger, that frustration to motivate you in another way than to just like roast somebody on Instagram, which again is not a great platform to roast somebody on. It's not like
Do
it's
Twitter, bro.
TikTok.
If you're gonna do it, do Twitter.
It's not like it's TikTok, or for those of you that aren't ancient as we are, Vine.
Fine.
Because I will say,
Got
if you ever got roasted on Vine, and anybody that remembers Vine will know this. If you ever got roasted on Vine, you were done for life. It's a death sentence. Like
it's over with.
if you get got
Everyone,
you get got on Vine, it's just but 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 I don't, and again I don't know the ins and outs of it, but I don't think anyone's ever been like threatened to be murdered on Vine. I mean, hell. I mean, in our lifetime, someone got murdered on Facebook Live.
yeah. I remember that story. Yes.
Which 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 first of all, what idiot kills somebody and you're using your account? So like come on, like
I was.
dumbest criminals, dumbest
He
criminals.
they'll say that. Oh, I was hacked, sir. What?
Bro, you had enough time to put your camera up while you was killing somebody.
Yeah,
Let's
you had the angle, everything
like
set
the
up.
hacker that like I'll take the hack argument, but come on. You had enough time to do this and do this. I I can't. But I think, and again, we're not trying to make light of it and not make humor of it, but like there's a big difference between doing that and threatening someone's life on a universal
Yes,
platform.
yes. That
Because,
everyone can
because I
see.
mean, because I don't, and obviously I don't think they're going to release these statements, but like when you quote somebody, and one of the things that you quote in this thing is your family will be beheaded. Does that like, like, does that not like frighten you just a little bit that people get like this when it comes to social activity, when it comes to sports?
Um, to be honest with you, man, like I'm not shocked at all. Kind
I'm
of
I'm
more
I'm,
because
I'm not. I mean, I don't shock isn't the right word. I think it's more it leaves you with a bad taste in your mouth. And I think because
yeah,
when it comes right down to it, and again, as a high school athlete, you can agree as well with this. You There's a certain love of what you do. There's a certain, hopefully it was, you're 110% your best, your very best. There's a certain energy in what you do, but not everybody's going to like the way you do it or what you do.
never.
That's just the nature of it. Whether you're in wrestling, whether you're a golfer, whether you're baseball, whatever you do, whatever you did at whatever level, not you're never going to get everybody to fall in line with what you do. Someone's not going to like you because they just don't think you hustle hard enough. It's just the nature of it. But I think what the surprising part of this whole thing is the fact that it looked like, based on this guy's gambling record, he had everything set. All he had to do was just get the hell off of social media.
And that's sad, man. That's the sad part about it, right? Like I bet you too. He's probably also a good like overall better sometimes. Like he just like he probably wins like a good bit of the
He
time.
made a I think they said his net income last year, not this year, last year was over 1 million.
So
Just for
so yeah,
gambling.
what are you doing? What are you trying to prove here? Like you already better than most Americans right now.
Oh my God. Not only that, to cash in on 2020. I mean, I don't know
you,
how.
are you really gonna complain and send a message or threaten a message to these people like
Oh
that?
my
Like, come
God.
on.
I don't know. I don't know. But look, man, it's been great. It's another, episode 2, man.
It's been awesome.
Two
Awesome, awesome.
tutties. Two tutties,
Two
baby.
tutties.
Two
Two
tutties,
tutties.
man. This is what we do.
This is what we do.
Oh my God.
He's like, bro, what, bro, you saw two tutties.
Oh my Lord, dude. Two tutties. Yo, shout out to Rob Gronkowski and Tom Brady for that, man. They gave us probably some of the best Super Bowl moments this past one, man.
Yeah.
Um, but no, man, episode 2 in the books, man. I hope you guys are looking forward to episode 3. This one will be uploaded in probably an hour or so to YouTube. So look forward to it. All right.
I'm awesome.
Um, if you guys have any, questions, comments, or anything like that, we're kind of getting off in this whole social media thing. If you have any questions or comments, please make them respectful. I don't advocate for, certain words, phrases, questions being asked on a social platform. Because as we discussed previously with this whole threatening thing, there's a time and a place, and
Yeah.
obviously social media, whether it be YouTube, Vine, or TikTok, or whatever platform it is, there's a certain time and a place. And and it's if a YouTube comment box is where you feel it necessary, I'm okay if you do that. Just please that you don't do that on our channel.
Please.
All right.
Please be respectful. Be respectful back. Will we comment back sometimes? Maybe. Will we respond back? Yes. But if you're being disrespectful on our page or to anyone else's page or anyone else that's comment on the rest, then we will handle it. We will handle it very seriously and we will block you.
Two tutties, baby. Two
Two
tutties.
tutties, baby.
All right. Out. We'll catch y'all next week. All right.
Bye,
Peace.
y'all.